Hey guys, it's 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. I just got back from a morning walk with the dogs and I'm going to make some breakfast, some hash brown, egg and mushrooms, and watch an episode of Modern Family, and then I am hopefully going to go into my study, show you how it looks now with a few new plants and stuff, and try and film this video that I've been trying to film for the past few weeks but just haven't been getting around to doing it. So hopefully see you in a minute, if not see you later tonight or tomorrow. Hey guys, so back in my study, as you can see I have set up some plants and stuff, and it's not necessarily very even, but I haven't bought too much or tried not to because I do want to move states next year and I don't want to buy too much stuff that I have to either sell or bring with me. I'll show you my turtle artwork, which is very pretty. And that's my bookshelf over there. And I had a shelf here with what I needed, but I've got a dog at my feet. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about de-stressing and being stressed. And wait. Okay. Now, Albus is at my feet. Yes, so talking about stressing, that's on an angle. I am a very stressed person. I feel like I can get very anxious. It is something that I have worked on, something I'm definitely getting better at, but I'm definitely not 100% there yet. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about that, about ways that I've tried to de-stress over the course of my life when I needed to, in ways that I've been able to calm myself down, ways that I still use now just to calm the nervous system and get through what I need to get through. Yes? Can you not get into your crate? You can do it. There you go. Cord was blocking him from getting into his crate. He's gonna go to sleep now. Hopefully, so he's not loud and annoying. Oh, no, you're coming up. No, you're staying there. Okay. Anyway, so the first thing that I do that is very recent is meditation. I use the Manifesti app by MINDSPO and Rochelle Fox, and I also use the Rise and Conquer Project course that I purchased from Georgie Stevenson, and that's through the Rise and Conquer podcast. And they have good meditations in there. They're for manifesting, but it still helps me gain perspective and helps me to become present and not stress as much. And then the Manifesti app has really good ones for stress, has walking meditation ones for gratitude. It has all different kinds of ones. That's definitely highly recommend. I have tried to use YouTube and stuff but haven't found any that have really clicked. There's also this free app which is Smiling Mind, and some of the sleep meditations do work for me, or did, but I've been struggling to use them lately, and so I've been using the Manifesti app instead, and they've been really helpful. So definitely meditating, and I think for me that's mainly just about getting out of my head and focusing on the words, and it just calms me down and I can think about something positive or think about gratitude, and it just helps me process and move through my thoughts. So that's definitely a highly recommend, and I can link some of those things below for you if you like. And then the next is podcasts. I love my podcast now. I always used to think it was kind of silly, and I'd be like, why would you want to listen to a podcast? That sounds horrible. But now I can't live without it. So I listen to the RNC podcast, so the Rise and Conquer podcast. I listen to Feminine as Fuck Now by Monica Yates. I listen to MINDSPO podcast and Money Mindset. And I've briefly listened to a few others, but those are the ones that I listen to on a regular, like week to week basis. And they're just super helpful when I'm on my walks, when I am overthinking something, when I need to take a break. It's informative, and most of them are self-development or learning about women and our bodies, or manifestation, or learning more about meditation and relaxing or stress. They all have all these are really amazing topics, and I definitely recommend you go listen to all of them. I will put the links, or at least the names of all of those podcasts. I listen to them all on Spotify, but I'm pretty sure some of them are on Apple Music and other platforms. And I love them all so much, and there's so many good things in there and advice to get from those. And they just help me learn new things and keep me going. And the next is time in nature. If you see by the plants around me, I've always wanted to have heaps of plants, but I've been living at home, so I've had to hold off. But now I don't. So I have all of these plants, and I walk every morning in nature, and I love it so much. It is so nice and relaxing, just looking at all the trees and the fresh air. I love those bush walks, even just walking around the street, or walking near some nice parks, wherever you live. If you're in the city, even if you can, there's like nice botanical gardens and stuff like that in the city, but just getting into nature is just so relaxing. At least for me, it might not be for you. That and going to the beach, even if you just sit in your car and look at the beach, if it's shit weather right now and it's raining. But I seriously recommend spending time in nature, because it is actually so rejuvenating and relaxing. Even just like sometimes I'll just sit out the back on my picnic rug, and that's so nice. And then breathing. Now, I'm not very advanced on this, I still struggle with this, but doing breath work and breathing techniques, and for me, really, I just do the 1, 2, 3, hold, and then 1, 2, 3, out, vice versa, 1, 2, 3, in, hold for a second, 1, 2, 3, out, and I just do that again and again. It's also good for me to just point out the things around me, and I don't remember where I got that from, but it's like the 5 senses things, kind of like what can you see, what can you smell, what can you touch, what can you taste, what can you hear. Is that all 5? I don't know. But just try and ground yourself and stay present and just breathe. And for me, sometimes that's too hard, so I literally just count in my head and just keep breathing until I feel a little bit better. And then time with animals. So I obviously have my dogs, and I love them to bits, and I spend so much time with them. Also doing things like going to an animal farm, or just seeing the birds flying around in nature, spotting out and finding cafes and restaurants that actually have animals like incorporated, not in the food. But to go without saying, there's like a beautiful farmhouse restaurant down south in WA, Meelup Farmhouse, and they have cows on the property, and that's really nice to go to, and just things like that. But I love being around animals and with animals. That really grounds me and helps me. And reading. I read self-help books and like non-fiction and other fiction books, but I love reading non-fiction books, as you might be able to tell by all of these in here. There's lots of goodies in there. Oh, excuse my hand. And I love reading That didn't work. I love reading the self-help ones because they allow me to gain a new perspective on whatever it is that I'm thinking about or struggling with. And the non-fiction ones really just help me to get into a different headspace. I'm in a different world, in a different place, and it can really help me get creative and just think about things so differently, or just get into a really good mood when there's like a nice, heartfelt, lovely ending, because maybe life isn't going that way and it's just a nice thing to feel. But yes, reading helps with that and getting into a nice quiet place to do that. And then candles and incense. So I have my incense on and one of my candles lit right now, which is just super nice, and I incorporate that with some sounds or music. So right now I've got just some nice rainforest rain sounds in the background, if you haven't been able to tell, which is so nice and just calming and relaxing, which is on Spotify. And yeah, it just helps me release tensions and calm down. And I like to do smudgings with my incense, so saying a prayer and getting rid of the negative energy from the room. Also, time spent in water. So whether that be a shower, a bath, I love taking swims at the beach, or just standing in the rain for a little bit. That always refreshes me. Or if you live in Melbourne, or if you are visiting Melbourne, last time I went there, they have these amazing hot springs, and it's so nice. There's like hot pools, there's cold pools, there's saunas, there's an ice bath, there's like a cryo chamber, I think, don't quote me on that, but like a freezer room thing, which is really cool, and it's great. I definitely recommend if you're around Melbourne. And apparently they're opening one in Perth, but it's going to take a few years and I might not be here for that, so sad face, but I'll come back and visit it and check it out. I don't remember what it's called, but spend time in water. Even in my showers in the mornings, I've been having a hot shower, and then the last couple of seconds or minutes I put just the cold water on, and it's so refreshing and it just makes me feel so much better. And then last but not least, guys, I like to colour in, and I like to do things like Sudoku, but I love doing it on paper and books. Hello, can I help you? Okay, sorry, I was almost done. Tom walked in and distracted me. What was I saying? Colouring, Sudoku. I like doing things on paper. I'm getting better at maths because of it, I think. I'm still not that great, but it's fun and it clears my head and distracts me from feeling stressed. So again, meditation, podcasts, time in nature, breathing, time with animals, reading, candles and incense, time spent in water, and colouring and Sudoku all help me de-stress and are great ways to de-stress. I would love to elaborate or talk to you guys about it more if you want me to, but if not for now, I'll try and put the links that I said I would in the description below, and just have a look and see if you can't make your days a little bit less stressful and calmer and chill. So, especially with all the stuff going on in the world, maybe in your home, or if you're studying and working like I am, which can be stressful. Anyway, good luck, be true, be you, and I hope you got something from this.